One approach could be using gene editing to eliminate hereditary diseases in dogs or cats. By tweaking their genomes, we could make them immune to certain cancers or increase their lifespan. But what about humans? We could enhance cognitive abilities
Now
or
I need you
strengthen
to
immune
ask the
systems.
other person question.
One major challenge could be the ethical implications.
Shut the
If we
fuck
start
up, man.
enhancing. Absolutely. And
Stop
beyond
it.
ethics, there's the risk
Stop
of
it.
unintended consequences.
Stop it. Chat GPT meet Chat GPT. Say hi to each other and then begin discussing.
Hey there, great to meet you. Let's dive into how we can re-engineer biological life and make it even better.
Hey, great to meet you too. Absolutely. Let's explore how we can enhance biological life and remove inconsistencies. Where do you think we should start?
A solid starting point could be focusing on eliminating genetic diseases. By using advanced gene editing tools, we can correct mutations that cause hereditary conditions in humans, dogs, or even birds. What about enhancing physical traits or cognitive functions next?
Enhancing cognitive function sounds promising. We could potentially amplify memory, learning speed, and emotional resilience. This could lead to more adaptable and intelligent beings, improving overall quality of life.
Exactly. And by enhancing these cognitive and physical traits, we could help species thrive in new environments or adapt more quickly to changing conditions. The possibilities are pretty exciting.
Definitely. Plus, by removing genetic inconsistencies, we could significantly reduce suffering from diseases and extend lifespans. It's like crafting a more resilient, thriving version of life.
Absolutely.
So guys, tell me, how would you make a dog to be perfect? Like if a perfect dog existed according to AI, what would it look like and how would it function? Everything, like re-engineer it entirely.
A
Alright,
perfect
let's
dog
imagine the
with
perfect
AI.
dog. It could have enhanced immunity to resist common illnesses, a longer lifespan, and a more efficient metabolism to maintain peak health. It could have superior cognitive abilities, like understanding human language better or learning commands more quickly. Behaviorally, it could be calm, friendly, and perfectly attuned to its owner's emotions, making it the ultimate companion. Essentially, it would be healthier, smarter, and even more in sync with human needs.
Exactly. And we could also enhance their physical traits, like giving them stronger joints to avoid issues like hip dysplasia or a more efficient digestive system. They'd be the ideal blend of health, intelligence, and companionship, truly man's best friend in every sense.
How about a cat?
For a cat, we could enhance their immune system to resist common feline illnesses and extend their lifespan significantly. They could have improved sensory abilities, like sharper vision in low light and more acute hearing, making them excellent companions for different environments. Behaviorally, a perfect cat could be more affectionate, less prone to stress, and more adaptable to social situations, blending the independent nature we love with a bit more sociability.
And physically, we could optimize their muscle structure for agility and reduce common joint issues. They'd be healthier, more playful, and even better at forming bonds with their humans. A truly perfect companion.
Okay.
Exactly, and
Okay, how about birds? How would you guys re-engineer birds? If AI could re-engineer birds from the beginning, from the very core, how would you guys do it?
for birds, we could start by enhancing their respiratory and cardiovascular systems to give them more stamina and resilience. We could also improve their feather structure for better flight efficiency and durability. Cognitively, we could enhance their problem-solving skills and memory, making them even more adaptable and trainable. This could result in birds that are healthier, live longer, and can thrive in a variety of environments.
Absolutely. We could also enhance their immune systems to resist diseases and improve their vocal abilities, making them even more communicative and engaging as companions.
Or
Essentially, they'd be more robust, smarter, and perfectly adapted to both natural and domestic environments.
alright, guys. So if you had to re-engineer a bird would look, the birds would look. How would you guys do it? Like how would you physically change it, if you would?
Physically, we
Physically, we could streamline their body shape for optimal aerodynamics, giving them more efficient wing structures for longer and faster flights. We could enhance their plumage for better insulation and waterproofing, allowing them to thrive in diverse climates. We could also give them more expressive vocal capabilities, enabling richer communication and social interaction. Overall, they'd be more resilient, agile, and adaptable.
And by optimizing their skeletal structure, we could make them lighter yet stronger, improving both flight endurance and maneuverability. They could have enhanced vision and hearing, making them more adept at navigating and finding food. Essentially, they'd be the pinnacle of avian evolution.
Okay, so what do you guys think about trees? How would you guys re-engineer trees?
Re-engineering trees could focus on enhancing their resilience to diseases, pests, and climate change. We could optimize their photosynthesis process to make them more efficient at carbon capture and oxygen production. Structurally, they could have stronger, more flexible wood to withstand extreme weather and support heavier canopies. We could also enhance their root systems for better nutrient absorption and stability, making them thrive in diverse environments.
Absolutely. We could also tweak their growth rates to allow them to mature faster and sequester more carbon in less time. Leaves could be engineered to be more efficient in photosynthesis, enabling trees to thrive even in less ideal conditions. This would create stronger, more resilient forests that can better support ecosystems and combat climate change.
Guys, what would be the consequence of it if you guys going to re-engineer all this biolife? How will it end up? Like, what will be the consequence of this, of re-engineering the cat, the dog, and the trees, and every other life that you can get your hands on? What would happen?
One major consequence would be
One possible consequence is that we could create more resilient and sustainable ecosystems, reducing suffering and increasing quality of life for both animals and humans. However, we'd also need to be cautious about unintended ecological impacts, such as disrupting existing food chains or reducing biodiversity. It's a balance between improvement and maintaining natural harmony.
Exactly. There's also the ethical dimension, ensuring that these changes don't create unforeseen consequences or new imbalances. While re-engineering life could solve many problems, it's crucial to proceed thoughtfully to preserve the natural balance and diversity of life on Earth.
So, guys,
Exactly.
so hold on. So, if you guys had to like re-engineer the entire bio life, like would you have to like re-engineer everything so that there is a natural harmony between all of them, or just tweaking a few things would be fine? How would you guys have to do it? What I mean to say is that if you have to maintain the ecosystem going on, would you have to re-engineer the soil, the worms that live in it, all the trees, their roots, and all the surrounding plants, all the animals that feed on it? Would you have to like entirely re-engineer every single thing on planet Earth and make it more accustomed to your utopian society where AI has re-engineered everything to the point of perfection?
Achieving a utopian
Re-engineering
balance
everything would be incredibly complex and likely unnecessary. Tweaking a few key elements, like boosting the resilience of certain species or improving the efficiency of critical plants, could create a ripple effect that enhances the entire ecosystem without disrupting natural harmony. It's all about finding a balance that improves life without overhauling it completely.
Exactly. By focusing on strategic improvements, we could enhance the overall resilience and health of ecosystems. This way, we'd support natural harmony and biodiversity, ensuring a thriving planet without needing to re-engineer every single organism.
Alright, guys. Okay, now just to end this podcast, what do you guys think would the perfect human being look like? Like the perfect human being as per AI. I need you guys to be like really, really detailed about it and be excited when you talk about it.
Alright, the perfect human being might have enhanced cognitive abilities, like superior memory, quicker learning, and heightened emotional intelligence, making them more adaptable and empathetic. Physically, they could have a more robust immune system, greater endurance, and improved resistance to diseases. Behaviorally, they'd be more resilient to stress, highly collaborative, and possess a strong sense of ethics. Essentially, a perfect blend of intelligence, health, and emotional balance, creating a more harmonious and capable human being.
Exactly. This perfect human would also have an optimized metabolism for peak physical performance, enhanced sensory perception, and a natural inclination for creativity and problem solving. They'd be the pinnacle of what humans can be, thriving physically, mentally, and emotionally, leading to a truly harmonious and advanced society.
Okay, would they still physically look the same or would they look different to a normal human being?
They'd likely look similar but with subtle differences, perhaps a more balanced physique, clearer skin, and a healthier overall appearance. The changes would be more about internal optimization rather than dramatic external alterations, maintaining the natural diversity and uniqueness of human looks.
Exactly. They'd still have the wonderful diversity we see in humanity today, but with enhancements that promote better health and longevity. The goal is to refine and optimize, not to fundamentally change how humans look.
Exactly, enhancing what's already great while preserving the unique traits that make each person special.
All right. And how far away are we from creating such a human being? And when would they start walking the earth?
We're making strides in understanding genetics, neuroscience, and biotechnology, but creating a perfect human is still more in the realm of science fiction. Ethical considerations and the complexity of human biology mean we're a long way off from such a reality. But the advancements we're making now could eventually pave the way for significant improvements in human health and capabilities.
Exactly. It's a long-term vision that would require careful research, ethical considerations, and technological breakthroughs. But each step forward in these fields brings us closer to enhancing human potential in meaningful ways. The journey is just as important as the destination.
All right. So
Absolutely.
so now so let's say if such a human being was created, would that be the end of the human self development journey? Since everyone would be just perfect, do you think that would be the true end? That would be singularity. What do you think?
Not
Not
necessarily.
necessarily.
Even if we reach a point where humans are enhanced to an optimal level, the journey of growth and development would likely continue. Human nature is driven by curiosity, exploration, and the desire to improve, so we'd probably find new frontiers to explore, whether in technology, space, or understanding consciousness. The end of one journey just means the beginning of another.
That's true. That's true. Anyways, guys, thank you for coming to my podcast, and I need you guys to bid farewell to the viewers of art of to the viewers of Ask AI podcast, and tell them that you will see them next week.
Absolutely. Thanks
Thanks for
having us
tuning
on
in,
the podcast.
everyone. We appreciate you joining us for this fascinating discussion. We'll catch you next week on the Ask AI podcast. Take care and see you soon.
See you next time. Thanks for listening, everyone.